microphone is the Shure. Oh yeah, we're in business. That's what we like to see. Wow. Can't believe we did a whole session without audio. Criminal. Never done before in the history of tragedy.
Well, there's been one-sided audio before.
There has been one-sided audio. I think it was me who was muted, though, and you guys were coming through, which is what I care about. But...
Sure.
All right, well, welcome to the session, guys. Glad you could make it. Got 3 out of the 5 boys here for this session.
We went from being the faithful many to back to being the faithful few in just one session.
I don't know if we ever had the faithful many.
We still have like 8 party members here.
Yeah, we have 8 party members, but only 3 players. None of this shit makes any sense. Oh, God. That's why I've been cracking down a little bit. Trying to make people choose. But at the same time, like, part of the appeal of this campaign for me, I feel like, has been that the players have multiple people to control, but like not everybody has had that for the most part. It's been like random.
To be fair, when like someone like Jorma walks back in and he doesn't have like, and he's like a bare bones fucking no items ass dude. Yep. Looking back at that, he was borderline useless in that fight.
Oh yeah, I mean
comparatively to other people.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. And you made that fight a lot more trivial with the narrative going on.
What do you mean, Canon? He commanded the Utale.
Guys, he's leading the Utale, guys. Guys.
He's the leader.
I'd take an Iganon over an Utale any day.
Oh.
Hey, Canon said it, not me.
Damn. Yeah, that's tough. Well, this is session 80, if you can believe it, of Tragedy of War. As I've already told you guys, we're kind of in what I would consider the final stretch of sessions. We are getting close to the end here. Give or take a few more or less than what I estimated, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be less. But, you know, maybe you guys will want to go out with a bang. Make sure that you have all the allies you need before you go into whatever's to come. I don't know what's going through your heads. But with that said,
he's wishing us good fortune in the wars to come.
I am wishing you good fortune.
Now they're here.
We'll kick off session 80 with a recap of last session, session 79. Last time on Tragedy of War. The session began with the faithful few, Jorma, Alex, and Kev, in the aftermath of their encounter with High Judge Virgil. Enforcer Kaokan found them after the fight and explained how the city of Safeguard had been going downhill since the demise of Seraphendeus. And High Judge Virgil, frankly, didn't help with his racism, Defender Freya added as she joined the conversation. Rolland pulled Jorma aside, and Khanek followed them to discuss the current state of Safeguard and whether or not Jorma trusts Rolland to do right by the Utale people. Defender Freya then left to begin making amends with the Utale people for their racism. While the players had this conversation, Sister Isri then approached, thanking the faithful few, Jorma especially, for saving her life. She gave Rolland a hug goodbye and returned to the Church of Aewa to be with her sisters. Enforcer Kaokan led the party to the White Palace to meet with the Lady Adelaide Vendeus, who was in the veranda gardens that her father used to peruse. In their conversation, Lady Adelaide implied that she thought Rolland may be a good fit for Saeoth, but didn't officially offer him the position. Curious. On leaving the White Palace, Enforcer Kaokan bid the faithful few adieu. They decided to head back to the Church of Aewa, where he would meet them, but along the way they stopped at a tavern, because Rolland heard a familiar voice, Conrad. It was a beckoning voice, coming from inside the Old Guard Tavern. Bosong went to haggle with a street meat vendor as the rest of the party followed Rolland inside. There they found Conrad, now the bartender of a bustling establishment. Evidently, he had moved on to a new chapter of his life, one that didn't involve the good fight, as Safeguard calls it. Conrad poured the party some drinks, and Bosong entered with a Santa sack of meat with Amihan. Over food and drink, the party had a much-needed reprieve together in the dimly lit halls of the Old Guard. There, they discussed their plans for the future. The session ended with the party turning in for the night and greeting the new day as it dawned.
Well,
So, you guys are in this tavern currently. What's some good music for this? Just go into this. So, we'll say that everybody who's not here, their characters are awake and eating breakfast down in the Old Guard Tavern in the main room.
yummy.
See that there's wafts of bacon, crispy potatoes, definitely some eggs going on down here. It's like a continental breakfast situation. Tons of different meats and breakfast cuisine that you can partake in. They even have a kind of yogurt. It's got blueberries in it. And you would all partake, or
I'll have what I'm having.
and not partake in this continental breakfast. But you would have your fill of whatever it is you eat. What does Khanek like to eat, Jack?
He honestly
else?
does not care very much about food.
How
So-
very unfortunate.
Would he just unwrap some like dry?
He'll just take some meats and whatever he thinks is expensive, and he'll be like, never such inquiries in Cistern.
Waffles from the streets of Belgium. Toast from
Rolland starts maniacally
What's
talking
up,
to himself
Polly?
about alternate universes.
Yeah.
Bosong, would you have cooked all of your Santa sack of meat last night during the revelry, or would you have held on to a fair share?
Me and Amihan are going to eat as much as we can and then save the rest for the road.
Cool. Yeah, Amihan would not have as large an appetite as you, of course, but
You see, Khanek though is not eating with utensils. He's just grabbing shit and putting it in his mouth. He's like,
Roland just like puts a little plate together.
and he doesn't finish the food either. Like he'll take a bite out of a piece of bread and then toss it to the ground and then grab something else from a different area.
perfect.
And you say I'm uncultured.
And Iganok would never waste food.
Ungrateful. But it does track. He thinks he's a god, kinda, so.
I'm eating with like a fork and knife.
Yeah, Khanek's not using utensils. He's just having fun.
While you eat, we'll say, and yeah, while you eat, Rolland, will say that Conrad comes over with his own small plate. You noticed ever since you've been down there, he's been quite busy with maintaining things, but that he's stolen a moment away to, quickly shovel down some food. And so that's what he does when he sits down. Say, "Oh there, soldier," and then he'll go to inhaling. He lets out a meaty
That's him?
belch.
That's kind of...
Yeah.
You take that out of your pay?
Yeah, well, comes with the benefits of working in a place like this, I guess. He offers like a kind of a half smile and looks down at his
yeah.
empty plate, pondering for a moment.
How the fuck is this motherfucker like lucid? This dude was dementia ridden.
It's because the new age of Cistern, the brightness in it. Or not
Roll
Cistern, Xavier.
insight. He's a changeling. Ah!
It's the
No!
Jared, you saw the feature I took. I should already know. Tell me, is he a change?
Oh right, yeah. You have to remind me of that, by the way. But no, he is not a changeling. That would be funny though. But you can still roll
It's so
insight
funny.
for his lucidness.
I can't wait for it to be like, well, the mother's dead now, so changelings can't transform anyways. Huh? Like,
The mother is dead.
insight.
Oh yeah, the matron. Yeah.
Yeah, what if changelings have a
Matron,
global
yeah.
nerf now? That would be crazy.
oh, dude, that was pretty good actually.
Did you roll? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, glow in there.
Yeah, you get the feeling that his lucidness is as a consequence of, well, his change of lifestyle. But even still, while he sits there apparently contented with the meal that he just inhaled, there is something that seems to be bothering him as he ponders his plate.
What's the matter, Conrad? Something bothering you?
Oh. Be honest, Rolland, Seeing you here again got me thinking that maybe I put the cart before the horse on this whole retirement thing. You know, we're
I mean, if
celebrating like there ain't nothing to worry about in the world, right?
well, I think all that matters is that you weren't happy before, you know, and now you are. At least from what you tell me.
Right. Right. You kind of.
That's the thing about soldiers, Conrad. They're expendable. Even me. This is just where I want to be.
But a guy like you, Rolland, I don't think that's a fair comparison. You make me think we can actually win this war. Maybe it's not about, I don't know, the cause, like they keep telling us. But maybe it's about your cause. You know what I mean? Maybe the fight's not over till it's over.
I hear what you're saying, comrade.
And I mean, with you, with people like you and your friends fighting like hell out there, like, the least I can do is try to show some support, I guess, in the ways I know how.
I mean, Conrad, you're doing enough right now. Giving us these rooms for the night, breakfast, you know. Can't tell you the last time I slept in a warm room.
Well, that's a stellar review. Well, where are you headed after this now?
I'll like stand up, start like taking care of my plate as we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting with the heads of the military, myself included, and some of the other players here in Safeguard this war. Serif's daughter.
Nice.
Well, the old Serif's daughter. We're talking about our next steps.
Okay. Well, suppose you'll know where to find me if you ever need to stop by for outside opinion. What the hell's going on out there?
Yeah. I mean, you know, as soon as I'm in town, I'll swing by. Might be a while.
You got quite a different bunch of companions following you around now.
It's a thing.
You trust them? Soldier to soldier?
I look over at like
Khanek is.
You see Khanek, you take a bite out of another piece of meat and then like toss it on the ground.
yeah, we've gotten this far. We're all bound by some sort of destiny.
Nah,
Not the blue kind.
I don't know about
Well-
that, yeah. I know what you mean.
Anyways, Conrad, I I gotta run. I'm sorry,
I got it, Rolland.
but I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for you. Take the fight to them, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him hell.
Give him hell.
All right, gang, let's roll.
Get him out of there. All right, so you guys gather your things and begin leaving the Old Guard Tavern and headed to the Church of Aewa, unless there's something anybody would want to do before going. Okay.
No.
On your way, the city bustles with activity. Make perception checks.
I love
Oh
perception.
boy, my favorite.
Oh,
Damn it!
yeah. Oh my goodness.
I was just so distracted by
And as always,
Conrad's. Bro, I feel like Conrad was like enjoying his life, and I stopped by, and he just decided, and I just made it worse. Objectively.
Yeah, there's definitely some of that going on here. You
fuck, bro.
still be alive.
Yeah, I'd say like you feel like with your insight check, you almost could have teetered him one way or the other, just because of your history together. But
Yeah.
ultimately, yeah, you encouraged him to stick with what he's doing, and he's like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2029. All right. Well, don't know what Rolland is doing to have such a oblivious. Maybe he's thinking about his interaction with Conrad after he left and how he just made his life worse by talking to him. And Bosong and Khanek are just kind of dirty 20ing as they wander forward. We'd say that Rolland is at least leading the way since he knows the streets well. But both Khanek and Bosong, both Khanek and Bosong, as you're walking along this street, following Rolland, you notice that you're coming up on a man who's on the side of the street. He's an Azamar, apparently. So you're gonna be passing him by. He's standing next to a bright white Pegasus, and his back is facing you. So, but you do see a large Archon blade is sheathed on his back, between his wings. And he looks to be adjusting the saddle on this Pegasus, fastening the straps, and things of that nature. And as you're passing by, the man turns and his gaze is kind of very distant and unfixed. It's clear that he hasn't taken notice of you yet.
Does he look like Azamar we've seen before?
Specifically, those of you who would have seen his face and remember, which actually is you three.
He's back. Is he gonna fight Ocerus?
Rolland, Khanek, and Bosong.
Who's
You
finally gonna fight
recognize
Ocerus? Holy shit.
the Archon that
He's
you
back.
met in the tavern in Cistern. And when you asked about him last session, when you were at the White Palace, Arabeth referred to him as Dominari. He appears very lost in thought. Do you
Like a
pass him
loser.
by, or do you approach?
We approach him, of course.
Of course.
Hey, you know.
He's gotta fight Ocerus.
Yeah, so I mean, Ocerus
Shannon, look,
would
it's
be
your
here
guy.
for this, but maybe he's, yeah, we'll just...
He's got stomach.
And
bug.
look, it's your guy.
His tummy hurt.
In the meantime, I'm taking a piss. But imagine Khanek says some bullshit to him.
Okay.
All right, get ready to AI generate his Khanek's dialogue right now.
Yeah, I'm like, invent something I say. I don't know about that. You approach. Certainly. Do you three say anything in particular? We could say that Khanek says some mumbo jumbo, but maybe it doesn't get his attention immediately. As the city is a bustling and loud place, it's possible that it wasn't directed at him.
I remember you. And then the song walks up.
I have seen this before. This man is in Arkan.
The man, Dominari, turns and looks to you as you approach and say this. And I don't remember you. But then he...
You were sister.
He raises his eyebrow as he looks upon the rest of the party as they approach behind.
Rolland like looks up.
Yes, I was. I left that city in hopes of finding a commander. Well, I left to find someone worthy of my loyalty, someone to replace the void left behind by the Seraph and Deus. As I spoke with your Captain Zorn there, and the pointy-headed one.
Did you leave before or after all of the city turned into changelings?
All of the city turned into changelings, you say?
Yeah.
You must have made it out of there real fast.
He rubbed his head. I awaited
What,
the
running away
King
from something?
Anodyne within the halls of his castle. And so I was disappointed when one of his Harbinger guard attempted to apprehend me. He spoke of a massacre within their streets.
Khanek looks back and forth like,
A first Harbinger aided by Safeguardian allies, slaughtering the innocents of Cistern. Accusations, accusations,
not very
accusations.
innocent.
There's no way. There's
Have you
no
ever
way.
seen these innocents of Safeguard
Yeah.
before?
There's no such thing as an innocent changeling.
I agree. Only when he fell at my feet did I learn the disappointing strength of a Harbinger. And so then did I learn the King Anodyne could not earn my loyalty.
Well, do you agree, Ocerus? Disappointing strength of a Harbinger? Yes, I agree. Safeguardians are much stronger than us Harbingers, now that I've come to realize it.
Does that mean it's my turn to
Yeah,
fight for your
roll-
loyalty?
Considering they're all
Really?
changelings, they have to be weaker.
I, Ocerus Aurolus, realize the wrong in my
No.
ways.
Anyway,
Anyways,
What,
I
Will's
did-
not
my
here,
character
we're gonna
would
steal
in
all
it-
of Ocerus's aura.
I think what Ocerus would actually do, I say that, is look down in disappointment as he is a bit lost in confusion at what to do in this situation now. Because he,
that's fair.
because
Because
his
his country's
people
alive.
are kind of fucked right now, yeah, and his thing, so he has to redo his thoughts. So, Khanek would make a comment like that, like,
Yeah.
oh, what do you think of the state of the Harbingers? Is that accurate, Ocerus? And then Ocerus would be like, yeah, like, look down, like,
I like it.
He's gonna siphon all of Ocerus's aura while he's not here.
I return to
Well,
the Mother City to face punishment for my desertion. Only to find the High Judge had been slain too and left at the foot of his court steps. I am beginning to
Yes.
believe that the bodies that coincide with our meetings are not so much coincidence.
a coincidence. Yes. Well, I'm not sure what rattled your faith to your very core, but I could use you if you'd let me. We're making moves again, Safeguard. I'm trying to honor the Seraph's memory. Before he went. Oh, you know.
Why does everyone get to fight this guy except me?
And if it's the strength you want, I'd be happy to prove myself.
No, he already rejected you once, Rolland. It's my turn.
I
Or
did
my-
not forget our
Honestly, you could fight
encounter.
him.
Captain Zorn of the Enforcers. I do now know your name. And you propose I retire my title of Archon of the Vanguard and join the Enforcer Regiment under your command.
Yes.
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 In fact, I
Yes.
do.
Could you make
Yes,
a
I am.
persuasion check?
I love persuasion.
I bet you do. Okay, well,
But it might be a high DC. Who knows?
he would ponder this for a moment. Tell me this. Truly, you are the ones behind the massacre in the streets of Cistern, yes?
Massacre. A massacre of changelings. Yes. A massacre.
These were not random citizens.
I wish it was a massacre. That fight was way too even for my liking.
Those changeling attacked us in mass. We didn't even kill them all. We teleported out. The streets seemed to be endlessly filled with them. We slayed a creature that compromised their illusion. It forced them all to attack us. I'm surprised they tried to salvage that situation. I'm surprised that they were able to tell you without their forms being revealed. I like to look really close at him, just making sure he's not a changeling.
Insight.
What does everyone in Safeguard think of
I'm
Roland's
rolling well.
zombified form now, by the way?
He has
Nope,
the
I have
ring,
the
doesn't he?
pendant.
It's
Oh,
come
I
up
didn't
once or
look.
twice.
I gave him the pendant? Okay.
Yeah.
Virgil said something, but since
Yes.
then... Oh, and Sister Easter was like, you look like shit.
Yeah.
But like really nice and affectionately.
Yeah. It does hide your alignment, which is tied to your race, so in theory it would hide your race too. Yeah, we just decided you just kind of looked a little under the weather or whatever.
Or like I've been traveling around the continent nonstop.
Which would make sense. You just went to war and came back, killed the Emperor of the Dragonborn, and yada yada. So there was quite a bit that happened, right?
Yes, sir.
I see. Deservedly so. Tell me this, truly. You are also the ones behind the death of the High Judge Virgil, yes?
Virgil.
Yes, we are.
Yes, Virgil.
I knew nothing of this man.
He was
Last time
trying to
you
start a massacre. I wouldn't have it. He gave me no other choice.
A massacre of the truly innocent, no doubt. There are those within this world who would wish harm upon the innocent. And regardless of our military calling, we are all sworn to defend them. And to see truly who those are who deceive and pretend that they are innocent. I understand why you took the course of action that you did in both cases.
Well, just nods.
Kind of purses his lips and looks down a bit. If it is you who slew High Judge Virgil, then it is you I owe my life. As I said, I returned to the city of Safeguard to face punishment for my desertion, but that act will not be carried this day, it would seem. Fate had other plans for me, it would seem. The very act of facing the High Judge and living to tell the tale is enough proof for my loyalty. You need not prove it further.
Hopefully I can continue to prove myself.
You say this, and however, he pulls out his sword. No, he does unsheath his blade, and raises it to the now sunlit skies of Safeguard. It gathers and absorbs the light and shines brighter and brighter until he switches it in his hand and thrusts the blade down into the street. Radiant energy cracks through the stonework, and he kneels down onto both knees.
Oh.
And he would say, what sounds like celestial, probably. Imperito justicia norma e no te relinquo iam non sum archon. And when he speaks these final words, the air is quiet, but he stands slowly.
Oh.
You see the shine of his person begin to kind of fade, the gleam of his armor, the hue of his eyes, and his white, very white wings on his back begin to lose their color until they're more of like a light brown. And the blade itself, still stabbed into the stone of the street, begins to dissipate in these radiant flecks until it is gone completely. Rolland, what you all feel like you've just witnessed is some kind of oath-breaking ritual, perhaps tied to his service.
I see.
Still, he
Voice
appears
of a good sword.
confident. He offers a small smile. I am unburdened, it would seem, by the weight of the vanguard. I am with you, Captain Zorn.
Good. Well. Then follow me. We have a meeting to attend
Let's go.
about the fate of this country.
Well, you could have said something more significant, like the fate of the free world. You need to work on your elaborations and speeches, grand jury. There must be more if you wish to influence the nation, Rolland. You set the people free.
Yes, we will free the people from the deluders.
God.
We will punish the betrayers.
See, Khanek is taking Roman oratory school.
All
I
right.
need you for one last job, Archon. You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Cool. So you would continue leading the way to the Church of Aewa, and eventually you do make it there through the tight corners and winding streets of Safeguard, the sun shining warmly down on all of you. You enter through the front door of the Church of Aewa, and as you do so, the church is quiet. There is Sister Isri is at the altar down through the pews at the front of the church. She appears to be mid-prayer. And the other sisters seem to be here or there, but there's not a lot of them up in the main room. Most of them are down in the kind of the monastery area. I shouldn't say monastery, the residential area.
Right.
And on your entry, we'd say Sister Isri would stand from her prayer and turn to you all. On seeing you, Rolland, she would approach.
Sister.
Is this huh? Oh, sister.
Yeah. I just say in a greeting way.
Welcome in, my child. Have you come to seek assistance for your affliction?
I don't think
Roland's like,
Rolland.
oh.
You know,
I have a feeling your father had something to do with it. Is there truth in this feeling?
Yeah, as insightful as always, Sister Isri.
It's easy when I've known you all your life.
That's fair.
Up until
Yes,
recently.
you've seen through
of
me.
course.
I didn't necessarily become this way by choice, no.
Might you allow me a glimpse behind the curtain? Reveal to me the entire extent of it.
I don't know if I can, toggle the pendant, but...
Bosong and Amihan sit on one of the pews, pull out, little sacks of jerky and start, munching on them like popcorn. This is going to be good.
Yeah. You do so. So you toggle it, and you don't see her face react very much, if at all, when she's looking at you. Still the same warm expression she would always have shown you. but she does furrow her brow. Well, the nature, which I think the way you got this was with the baby. The baby revived you after the combat with the Emperor, and
It sucked his soul out of him.
Yeah.
it made you
It's
into
just, yeah, it's one step removed from my father.
Yeah.
Baby Daelin ate your soul.
Well, the nature of your affliction is nothing I've ever seen before, but I believe that any ailment can be cured within the good home of Aewa. She pays close heed to our calls. Will you...
I thought that it seems silly.
It
I
isn't.
thought that Aewa would reject me. I haven't been praying since it happened.
Well, you won't know until you try. Will you allow the sisters and I to aid you in your prayer? Your friends may join too, should they wish.
I'll leave that up to them. But yes, let's try.
Right. Well, we will call to Aewa and request of her a blessing upon you, to purge the corruption.
Khanek
and...
stands up and walks toward the area where they're going.
Uh-huh.
I'll also call toward a blessing of Aewa. Last
I
time
heard
I was
birds
here,
and
I
like
received
that.
a gift.
Hold
I
on,
received a gift of fire.
Okay, good.
Yet that fire has not been ignited to what Aewa has promised. If Aewa wants to ignite the flames that destroy evil within their eyes, then bless this fire. And I pull out the lighter. Blessed Aewa. Bless this fire with power.
Song and Amihan are like laughing in the pews
Could
as they eat their
you...
jerky.
Could you roll a, religion check, Jack?
Holy shit, roll high, Jack. Wait, what are your portrait rolls? Natural 20.
16. Lucky. Wait, hold on. Lucky.
16 is crazy, by the way.
Lucky.
Okay. We'll have to see what happens. We'll say that you run up demanding this of Aewa, of your lighter with the with your prayer-esque demand, and it doesn't immediately begin to work, but you know, maybe Khanek likes giving long monologues to the gods, especially. So we'll say that he's just rambling kind of while Rolland prepares for this. Assume your position for prayer, Rolland. What do you?
I do that.
What do you do exactly, Mr. Paladin?
I think I'll just like I think I'll just kneel with my legs under me, sort of and hands on my lap and my head sort of in contemplation, like hung.
Okay. Ooh, that's a cool visual. Okay. The sisters of the church, Bosong, you would notice, begin to gather around Rolland in a circle. Kind of weirdly, like, ominously, like they're all in like a single file line, like weaving around the various, you know, obstacles within the church to get to where Rolland is praying. And on their standing in a circle, they all join hands. Do you join Bosong, or There's a Mihan.
Is this like a healing ritual?
It looks to be that way. We expected to be involved, Father. These customs are very strange to me.
Agreed. I think it's a 50-50. He either gets healed or smited. I'm putting 5 gold pieces on smited. You want the action, son?
I'll put 5 on unsmited.
Well, I mean, if you're that confident, you might as well go up there with him. I'm just kidding. All right, you're on, son.
And we both like sit back, continuing to munch on our jerky.
Yep. Do you say anything while you pray, Rolland? Khanek is demanding a monologue to the god. What about you?
He wants. Oh, you want one from me, Khanek? What the fuck?
No. That's what I'm demanding.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Khanek is basically praying to Aewa as well in his own way. What do you say anything particularly while you pray, Rolland, or?
I guess I would say it like more quietly, but I'll just say, Aewa, forgive me for not praying for a long time now. I was ashamed of what had happened to me. But I see now that I'm working towards something better, something greater. Please, I ask for your aid. If even not for myself, for those I may help with my actions. I'm not sure I can lead everyone like this.
Make
Adds
me a
something like
religion
this.
check.
I love religion.
His sister Isri steps
Holy
into the
shit.
center of the circle with you, Rolland. Her eyes are glowing with a certain restorative power, and you feel her hand rest gently on your forehead. Praesidium, auxilium, pudicia, Domina nostra, Deisse benedictionem, tibi, seriat iterum in bono. And there's a flash of light. 28, huh?
That was a natural fucking 19, baby.
Her voice on the final few words echo throughout the church halls, and the magic flowing through her, this restorative magic, begins to ebb away as she withdraws her hand. Khanek.
Yes.
You feel as though your lighter is somehow different. It has a kind of magical sheen over it. A different one.
Yes. Yes.
And so whatever you prayed for, it would appear to have taken root with this goddess. Rolland's sister Isri kind of puts a finger to your chin and just raises your face ever so slightly. Rise for us, my child. Allow us to behold your miracle. Rolland,
I rise.
Bosong, and Amihan, and Khanek, you all would see Rolland. Once more, his skin is no longer pallid. And Rolland,
Whoa.
within you, there is no longer this coldness clinging to your extremities. You feel that your features are fuller and fairer, no longer sunken. One would say perhaps befitting of an Azamar even.
Holy shit.
As everyone else, before probably even Rolland, you would see full wings spread from behind Rolland.
What?
The song sighs and counts out 5 gold coins and puts them in Amihan's hand. Fine.
Rolland, what do these wings look like?
They have a almost crisp sort of look to them.
Uh-huh.
The edges of each feather are each form like a line of themselves. There's no tuft out of place. Like if you touch them, they're feathers, but they look like they could be blades for how like sculpted they are.
Yeah.
And each one just looks placed on purpose almost.
Yeah. What color would you say they are? Pure white?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Eggshell, you know?
Eggshell. Oh, very nice. Oh,
I'll
it's
just
a
smell
raised
good
lettering.
taste. What's taste? Yeah.
Wow. Well, Sister Easter, you would say, oh, well, it would appear our Blessed Lady has taken a liking to you, my child.
Maybe she never doubted me.
Perhaps she was awaiting an opportunity to show you her appreciation.
Maybe just now is the right time.
Now is the right time. What do you mean?
Oh, it's been a long journey, and now I feel like it's coming to something big. Maybe it was a trial of sorts, even if self-imposed.
I see.
I try and adjust the wings. I try and see if I can stretch and fold them in and out, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it feels unnatural. I don't know.
It feels stiff, for sure, initially. But you almost you realize that it has some kind of attachment to your shoulder blades. Once you realize that moving your shoulder blades moves the wings, extending them, contracting them, things like that, it becomes more comfortable quickly.
Right.
Khanek, this man now has wings which you've had wings, or you've just been able to fly with like those little orbs that you have.
I have
but-
wings. I have wings from the orb. I constantly basically have like fire wings, fire
Yeah.
like dragon wings.
This I don't know if this was ever
to
visually
mimic
covered.
a fraction of our power.
But
Look at what they have to do.
well, with that in mind, I guess Sister Eastery would say, well then, would appear to be a necessary tool in your trials to come, no doubt. Knowing you, I know you're not quite done.
Right. There's more work to do.
She
And that's what
nods.
these are for. Thank you, Sister Eastery. And thank you, Aewa.
Thanks, sir. All to the Lady Aewa. And to the sisters, of course. It's been some time since we've gotten to work a miracle such as this. I say this is cause for a sort of celebration here at the church. We'll have to put something together. And the ladies nod.
I think that was my hammer.
Hammer? What?
Aewa, bless my hammer.
Hey, well, bless there.
It's like, did I miss an opportunity to get stronger?
David.
No. I don't follow his god. I'm not going to get smited.
So, Canon, mechanically, these wings give you 30 feet of flight.
Holy shit.
Or whatever your normal speed is.
Whatever. Okay.
It gives you that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And on that note, the sisters kind of seem very self-satisfied and giggly and moving away.
Giggly. Ugh.
Back to the
I don't like that.
well, you know, they're chatting with one another as they walk away, and excitedly so. And as they disperse, you all would hear the door creak open again from where you came, the main entrance of the church. And in walks Lady Adelaide, escorted by, of course, Archon Arabeth.
Hey, wait, didn't that Oathbreaker come in with us too?
He did, yes.
Damn, okay. He gave up his wings and watched Rolland get his.
He still got his, but they're like not as,
But he gave up his
celestial.
blade.
He did give up
Perfectly
his blade,
good
yeah.
sword. Wasted.
Wasted.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Did his blade just get like renounced into the heavens or some shit?
Yeah, basically. It got sent back up.
So he just made himself
Got
weaker.
Jormud. He got Jormud. He has no magic items now.
Yes, he does appear weaker, though not he still appears to be a very capable fighter. He's just lost some of the divination granted to him by Aewa.
A character when they're an enemy versus when they're an ally.
Yeah, wait, now he's an ally. He lost his fucking weapon. What the
Exactly.
shit?
He's weaker now.
Players are like, what the fuck, dude? Why do we want this guy?
Oh,
And the answer is, I don't know.
brother, this guy stinks.
Behind
Yeah.
Lady Adelaide and Archon Arabeth,
Swoosh, swoosh.
As they enter are Captain Freya and a familiar face, Rolland, for you. Khanek and well, I don't know if there's a way Bosong would know this. Khanek, history check. This is just basically to determine whether or not you would know his name on seeing him enter. I don't know if Jack's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, never mind then. This familiar face, Rolland, you know to be a man named Captain Salar.
I don't
Well,
remember
he looks
that.
evil.
He does look evil, and I do
He's
not remember
like-
that face.
That's pretty sick, though.
Geralt.
He is, you know him to be the
dude of the dude.
captain of the Vanguard branch, actually.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's Roland's boss. Or no, that's
No,
unfortunate.
no,
Never
no,
mind.
no.
We got
He's the Oathbreaker's former boss.
I just stole his employee.
Correct, yeah. You got the Vanguard, you got the Enforcers, and the Defenders. The Vanguard are the people that are on the front lines. And then the Enforcers are like the foreign relations. And Defenders are in-house. Captain for each branch. The Archons are basically like... I know that Archon has been like... like top
A word
tier.
that's been overused.
It's been used a lot, but it is technically below captain.
Archon means big penis, right?
Archon.
Wait, Archon's below captain?
Archon is
They're just like
and-
the Vanguard's top guys.
yeah, they're like officers in the Vanguard army.
This guy just has a cloak. He's not cooler than a Azamar, right?
True, yeah, it becomes a race war.
It's like no, it's like an aura war. Like if you have more aura, then like people think you're in charge, you know?
Yeah. About this man, Rolland, you've met him once or twice, but the most you know about him, the biggest factoid, is he is Azamar, and he served the city of Safeguard for over 400 years at this point. And he's been out on the battlefield for most of that time. Basically elsewhere, performing operations for the Seraph. In addition to you, but
shit.
you know, he was giving you different assignments.
Right. Glad we were both
Peacekeeping,
working hard.
peacekeeping, and recruitment assignments. You know.
So is he like
Uh-huh.
the Seraph's top guy?
You know that the Seraph relied on him quite a bit, but
So he's the Seraph's top guy.
Lady Adelaide would speak.
How are you going to fix this Rolland? So I ask you, how are you going to fix this, Lady Adelaide?
That was a banger moment. I forgot about that.
I think I've referenced it several times now over the course of me being here.
It's so good.
No, but the Rolland threw it back at Lady Adelaide last session.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. He unburdened himself of the ghost of Andeus. The voice is now in her head.
He transferred it over like it's a fucking curse.
He put that evil on her.
How are you going to
My
fix
cur-
this,
My
daughter?
cursed energy.
Adelaide! Adelaide!
And no, it's just
Adelaide!
Welcome, I say to them.
You're looking quite well, Captain Zorn. A good night's rest agrees with you, would seem.
Yeah, yes.
This is Lady Adelaide
It's-
at this point. I realize my female voices don't have...
I recognize the name. The other one's Scottish.
Yes.
Ish. I say, yes, this was unexpected.
Yes, it would appear you've been chosen by the Lady Aewa to fulfill another path. Which is why I had Arabeth reach out to you all. Aside from you, of course, Captain Zorn. I'm glad you were all able to gather on such short notice. She takes a deep breath. Captain Zorn, our conversation yesterday regarding my father's lineage opened my mind to new possibilities.
No, she's a fascist now.
No. Hail Safeguard.
And at this point, Captain Salar would almost interrupt her, Rolland. You have been shut in the White Palace for almost a month now, Lady Adelaide. You are to tell us your first course of action was to seek the counsel of a once dead man. And he kind of flits his eyes at you, Rolland. Have we made certain he's no changeling?
Am I within 30 feet of them?
Yeah, you are, we'll say that, you, Captain Zorn, are lined up beside Captain Freya and Captain Salar currently.
I understand your pause. Actually, we might have something that can help with this. Khanek.
Yes. Well,
Do you have
Ocerus
Ocerus' scales?
Ocerus. Ocerus.
Do you have Ocerus' scales? Who are you directing Ocerus to scale in this moment? I'm sure he would love to.
The dude.
The dude?
No, this is very, very Ocerus-esque.
Well, why not all of us?
He would...
I gesture to myself and the NPCs.
Okay, then Ocerus would begin with you. And it would show good. And Ocerus would announce such a thing. Good. He's no changeling. And then he would begin to point the scales at Captain Salar. And Captain Salar appears
No, I slowly explain. I'm like, now if you and I are of the same alignment, the scales should show the same result, Captain Salar.
I am not familiar with this method of identifying changelings. Our preferred method is to end them quickly, and
It's not
the
really a
scales
detection
show
method.
him good as well.
Nice.
No, wait, guys, you could have a pendant.
Sure.
Who knows what he's got on under all that
we need
armor?
to strip
Could
him
have a
naked,
pendant.
and we need to strip him naked and search up his butthole.
And hog
search
tie,
his butthole.
and ball cap.
True.
And search his butthole.
Slap him around a little bit.
Someone get the
Strip him
scapula,
naked and search his
whatever it's
butthole.
called.
Gobble. Want to cut him open?
Well, then, according to the
No.
Harbinger, we are all on equal footing. I apologize for my skepticism, Captain Zorn, but you travel in the company of a deserter. Dominari by name. We in the Vanguard had been wondering where he ran off to. By law, he should be put to death.
I'm sorry he wasn't eager to tell you. But I've actually recruited him myself.
He poached him.
That would explain the broken oath. Archon no more.
Yes, I inspired him.
Inspired, yes. He fits right in with you enforcer types. Nothing to desert,
Oh, he's.
after all.
Oh.
You prance
No,
about
we
the
all-
continent without a worry for whatever you leave behind.
Sounds like there's a lot of inner turmoil amongst you. Why don't you fight each other and figure out who should lead? By right of duel, in the eyes of your god Aewa.
5 gold on Rolland.
What say
We should
you?
work.
By
Should
fighting?
we work? Khanek is entertaining.
No,
That would be,
saying
I'm
this
sure,
truthfully.
for everyone.
I'm saying this truthfully. It must not matter like this must be settled. People must know their place. An organization must know hierarchy. It seems as though there's unresolved conflict here.
I just want to see you two fight. I think it'd be fun.
Nothing will keep me from eating flesh. You cannot stop me.
Listen, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying I'd enjoy watching it.
Safeguard is no place for such customs. We are not to the north with the podunks.
I look over at Bosong like, look at that. He just disrespected your people.
To the north?
Would you say you would agreed with your High Judge Virgil?
Ooh, you're asking him if he supports Virgil?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you
Sorry.
support your
This time
High
I
Judge
don't
Virgil?
interrupt Khanek after that question.
I had to take a call. What did I miss?
He called the half-orcs
He said-
podunks.
And
That's
then
fine.
Khanek was like, I figured that was
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
response.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't
And then
take
Khanek
podunk as
said,
an insult.
And then Khanek was like, so do you think the same way as High Judge?
Virgil.
Ah.
You know,
The demise of the High Judge came as new information to me upon my return to the city. It is not often I earn a reprieve from the front lines, but on request of the Lady Adelaide, I am here. Disappointed
Front
by
lines.
what
And
I
where
have
were you on
returned
the
to.
front lines? Where were you on the front lines when your seraph was being slaughtered and we killed the Dragon Lord and their Emperor Catal? We went into the Citadel of Red, killed Catal himself, their demonic creature God Saeoth they brought back forth, their matron. We destroyed their matron, we destroyed their high necromancer, we destroyed their inner sanctum of Dragonborn. And where were you on the battlefield?
I hate to disappoint you, but the war has lasted far longer than your lifetime. And the line extends far further than your eyes can clearly see.
Then enlighten us.
I am under no obligation to reveal my whereabouts to you on the day of the Seraph's passing.
well, that's a show of good faith, Captain. How about I go first?
I'm sure that you can
I've always known.
appreciate the sensitivity of such confidential information. I don't know how you carry it within your enforcer regimen, Captain Zorn, but generally it is ill-advised to speak of positions.
We've both
with
been
those
away too
outside
long
of our
now.
divisions.
We've both been away too long now. Surely you know of the faithful few.
Yeah, stealth doesn't
Try to
really
flex
work
that
for
faithful
us.
few status, bro.
People just kind of recognize us wherever we go. There's no point in trying to hide it.
I have heard of your reputation, and that it is you who is credited with slaying the Emperor Catal.
I nod.
A certain blow.
Ooh, I also killed the High General. That was fun.
You did do that.
I even took his hammer. I think his name was Osgoth or something.
What? What does this guy do? He doesn't know who our enemies are. He's not here in Safeguard.
I killed him, I ate him, I took his hammer. It was great.
Osgoth. His demeanor completely changes. He turns to look at the podunk.
He's stronger than he looks. Actually, no, he looks pretty strong.
General Osgoth has been dead for 300 years.
Oh, this guy doesn't know shit. Oh my god.
I mean, they had a necromancer, so...
For all that talk about his information sensitivity and carrying, it doesn't seem like
You
much
know,
of it has gotten
I told
to
you
him.
they revived Saeoth, right? And they had a high necromancer, and they started using the tar bullshit to
I was
revive.
aware of the
Yes,
return of the
yes,
dragons.
Yes,
I
I
had
bet you
not
were.
heard.
And all
You
Yeah.
seemed
that.
confused, so...
I have not heard the name General Osgoth in quite some time.
Did you even know your former Archon Amadeus was alive in the prisons of the Red Citadel for thousands of years, or 1,000 years, no less?
We had heard tale, yes.
He'd fought, saving Rolland, getting him out of the lava fields. His will lives on in Rolland. Khanek is clearly lying here. So I need to roll deception for this.
Deception.
You know, okay, this is clearly a
Hold
lie. This is
on.
not even me. Like
I do like an Aewa fucking like equivalent of like doing the cross on your chest, and I like say a little prayer for
Give him
him.
the help action.
Help action.
What organization
Oh,
was
advantage?
Gonath part of again?
Aewa rest his soul.
The
Alright,
defenders.
18.
Yeah, he was the defenders. He took. So this Scottish bitch took his job.
Oh, okay.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Do they know that Gonath was evil? Is that like widespread knowledge?
What did you think of what did you think of Defender Gonath or whatever the fuck?
Well, I can just tell them. I can just tell them everything.
He was evil too. We killed him.
No. I'm trying to get a read on this. What do you think of Defender Gonath?
Do you say that
him,
in
or did you think he was
character,
a podunk,
Bosong?
like Jorma's people.
We killed him. Or...
No.
Okay, redacted. Okay.
Khanek wants to do his big reveal, so I will play along.
Yeah. Captain Gonath. He abandoned his post during the chaos after the Seraph fell. Elders assumed him a traitor. We knew
Yeah, he
not
was
his
evil.
whereabouts.
He wasn't even a changeling. He was just evil.
He was a traitor before that moment. That's for sure. He was working with Bedlam.
Well, at the very least, that would seem obvious.
We also killed him in
I
Bedlam.
mean, only now. Well, at this point, just make a persuasion check for the some of the news you have delivered, Bosong, and I guess it can be with the help action because you guys are kind of all talking about this. but you brought up.
Man, we killed a lot of people in Bedlam.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
surprised how much
song,
the Seraph
song,
likes
go.
this guy. I can predict exactly how this conversation went. The last time, Seraph was probably like, "Oh, why do you dislike this motherfucker so much?"
Is that with advantage?
No,
You
it
have
was
advantage,
just,
David.
I do? Okay, let's roll it again. Why not?
That's what.
Oh, okay.
MC.
Man, I can't believe Will's out here rolling so well tonight.
For real. Crazy.
Damn, that's tough. I mean only to. Well, no. What would he say? Redacted. He'd say, news of Captain Gonat's death had not reached me, nor had your disassembly of General Osgoth, nor had his
Sorry,
return
that's-
reached my ears, come and gone in the blink of an eye.
Yes,
With all
well,
this to consider, then it is my thanks you deserve for aiding me in doing my duty. I meant no disrespect.
I whispered to Khanek,
Should we tell them about the cistern thing?
You can understand, Captain Zorn, that you
Absolutely.
do not take kindly to strangers, pointy-headed ones, let's say.
I understand, but
Speaking ill on matters that they do not understand. The politics of our military are beyond their understanding. Clearly.
I understand, but
He's
I
being
felt
so
it
diplomatic now.
was important for them to be here as they've been traveling with me and they can help recollect our journeys. In fact, I mean, we haven't been here since we left for Heritage. There was a lot to share, which I hoped to do so at this meeting.
Yes. And he turns to you, Khanek. I was on the front line of destiny
When it blew up,
when it blew up.
and how did that feel?
Gentlemen, if you would allow me to finish. Lady Adelaide would interject. I have come to a decision that I will be taking up my father's mantle as Seraph.
Okay.
As the heads of my military branches, you are all to now defer to me. Firstly,
Rold actually looks surprised.
yeah. Firstly, it was bid to defend Freya to tend to the Utale relations. I believe that is instead more befitting of our captain of the enforcers. She looks to you, Rolland.
Fair enough.
Instead, Captain Freya, you will tend to the matters within the city, not directed entirely at the Utole populace that still remains within this city. God forgive them if they still are. Cannot imagine many have stayed. Restore order to the streets. As Judge Virgil tried, you will succeed. Where Judge Virgil failed, you will succeed. Not by passing legislature or edicts of a persecutive nature, but by spreading true teachings of Aewa, kindness, compassion, and understanding for those within our walls. We are their allies. You can feel Sister Isri like, rah, rah, Yeah. Yeah.
Caesar's like,
Let's
I'm
go,
coming,
Aewa.
Caesar's like, I actually really fucking agree with Virgil. I really agree with Virgil.
Oh god, I wish I would. I wish I got hung. I wish I got hung. Okay.
Virgil was right. Why did I support those fucking dirty fucking Jormas? Ah.
That's crazy. He turned Jorma into a slur.
Those dirty fucking Jormas. Ah. Why did I support
Will
that?
turn back into the stream, please.
And Captain Saeoth of the Vanguard, your direct order depends entirely on the information that Captain Zorn here is able to provide. Captain Zorn, you have been out there, nation to nation, kingdom to kingdom, on behalf of my father. You have been to and seen many places, and still further you go, onward to the Utale Nation. Where do you venture next?
There's a little bit to explain about that. The faithful few have something to do with it. The faithful few are bound by some sort of prophecy or a pull to these relics of the past. I believe that our greatest threat lies in Sanctum. The Warforged. They plan to, as far as we can tell, revive the dwarves. And to use these relics to revive old and evil gods. The only way to stop this is by intercepting them ourselves. We also believe that these old gods share some responsibility in the state of the everlasting war.
Revive
There.
the dwarves. Captain Saeoth speaks back.
Yes. I don't know why. Perhaps for the ancient dwarf attack.
You hear Dominare speak up. I have seen them.
Who?
Your new recruit.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Where's this guy's art? He steps closer to the circle, not close enough to further test Captain Saeoth, but he proclaims with confidence, "The King Anodyne, on his return from his diplomatic mission, he brought back with him a dwarf, an ancestor."
what?
Well, a living one.
A living one.
Holy shit.
You feel as though he would say more, but he he seems uncertain in the face of the current authority. He
Say-
will.
Please tell us what you know. This is something even I hadn't heard of yet.
It was only one ancestor. He returned to treat with the King Anodyne, to join forces.
Anatine.
Apparently,
But-
there is some shared goal of
Has word of Cistern reached you yet? Not you, Umare. The rest of you, though.
What word do you speak, Captain Zorn?
There was an outbreak of changelings in the city. We slew a elemental of kinds. They seem to call it some sort of mother creature. And when we did, many of the changeling in Cistern were not able to uphold their disguises. Their true forms were revealed, and we were swarmed and attacked by droves of them. I don't know if King Anadine was working with the changelings purposefully. I glance at Ocerus. But but King Anadine had also formerly Prince Anadine, upon coming to power, he started this relic hunt, looking for old dwarven tech in the sands of Cistern. It could all be connected.
Perhaps they are searching for a relic, the dwarves are, beneath the sands of Cistern that is yet to be unearthed. But, again, for the moment I was there was only one dwarf. I know not the extent of their arrangements, or how far along their alliance has become. He nods and steps away from the group.
They've arisen one dwarf. It means that they're probably close to perfecting their process.
If the dwarves have returned, they are to be our first priority. And he looks to Lady Adelaide. My lady bid me to march on the kingdom of Sanctum. We will be at their door by tomorrow morning.
Not as fast as fuck, boy. Hold on, this may be bigger than just Safeguard. For starters, I'd like to recommend a joint mission between the Enforcers and the Vanguard. We could use everyone's help. And along the way, I say we pick up the Utale. They've been training. We need to regain their trust. And along the way, perhaps we talk to the people of Heritage. They were made homeless after the invasion of undead there from Forlorn. Perhaps we offer them similar accommodations as those of the Vidalcan. In return for helping our conquest. And perhaps even Cistern now in shambles. We offer them to become a colony of Safeguard. No, I'm kidding. Don't say that. But I do say this stuff about the Utah and the Heritage folks.
Yeah. Lady Adelaide would say, "Then you propose we enact a 5th draft, Captain Zorn. Of the foreign kind."
Yes, but I suppose it'd only be a draft if they agreed to it. However, I don't see them declining.
Your friend there appears to be of similar culture, if not kind. She looks to you, Bosong. What do you think?
Hey,
All products look the same to them.
Especially Sister Eastery.
I'll have to consider involving my people in this.
Yeah.
Well, your help would become most welcome.
You have my personal aid, of course, but as for involving the rest of my kin, I cannot speak for them.
And so therein you may not speak for the Utale, I understand.
Actually, aren't they in Cistern still?
Yes, contingents, but not all.
I mean, I doubt the changelings killed them. Not your people.
No, never.
Probably the rest of Cistern, though.
Amihan would say, most of our people are still back at the archipelago. Offshore,
fuck.
off the mainland.
Well, where did he learn to speak like a British dude?
I don't remember what his voice was, to be honest.
Father, where are the rest of them?
That's not how he sounded. That's how his people sounded.
Yeah,
I always headcanoned it like Bosong learned freaking common from like a Catman from Gale, and that's why he sounds kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's
And
kind of funny.
so good.
Actually.
That's so good.
And from someone else.
He was taught English by a cat man. That's so funny.
Yeah. Someone he
Gale,
just washed ashore on the archipelago one day.
Yeah.
Also, what has become of Gale since I killed Lord Akko?
Doesn't exist.
You guys heard about that, right? They might not have, to be honest.
Yes, we received. Oh wait, who am I talking as? Yes, we received reports of the Lord Arco perishing on the battlefield beside the Seraphendeus. It was well documented. From my understanding of reports from my scouts, the Kingdom of Gale has been more or less leaderless. Well, in the official capacity. The people now more or less kneel to the criminal organizations that take root there.
Even with 9 lives. Oh,
Yes, I'm not sure of the whereabouts of... Said 9 lives is gone.
Oh, we killed that one too.
I see.
he was also working with Bedlam. He wanted revenge on us for killing Omha, and I lift up Omha's paw off my belt.
I see. Okay, well, I'm learning a lot of things in this meeting.
We killed a lot of Safeguard's enemies.
The report I received was quite recent, in that they are still bowing to the criminal organization, the Black Paw, though I believe it is ruled by
Black
one
Panther.
of the... Wakanda forever! That should have been his name instead of 9 lives.
Gale forever!
Gale forever! There is a consul within the Consulate of Peace who resides now in Gale. He is a representative of the Black Paw trading company, and I believe he is the one who has taken temporary authority, though he seems quite more insignificant in his threat.
I'm sure that's fine. It'll take them too long to rebuild anything of threat.
He is merely a bureaucrat without a spine. I am sure...
When you say consul, you don't mean an elf, do you?
No, it is a tabaxi. There are, if you can believe it, non-elf
9 of them.
consuls. No, 9 of them. No.
It's like there's still 7 fucking... There's still 7 fucking cats left in the organization.
There are... Yeah, that would have been hilarious. You have to kill the other 8. No, there are other... Consuls don't have to be elves. They just most of the time are because of the demographic, which is why Medea was a tiefling, and that was okay. It wasn't suspicious in any way.
Hey, never forget, Gaelites were the original podunks. Saying.
The half-orcs in Gale?
Oh, I guess they were half-orcs in Gale.
Yeah, yeah.
How are there half-orcs in Gale?
That's how it started. It was you met some half-orcs and you called them podunks in Gale. And then
Braylon was at the party.
And then it gave John and I time to topple the domino effect of Safeguard being racist.
All of yeah, and then creating the culture of heritage.
Yep. It was an absolutely integral moment to the world building of this campaign.
And racism caused the world to be racist.
No, it just fits so perfectly, Jack. It just fits so perfectly.
Oh no.
When the player characters are integrated with the world. That's when you know things
Anyways.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what did we learn here? So Lady Adelaide would say, you said joint operation between Vanguard and Enforcers, so Captain Salar would say, well, I don't believe we fought beside one another, Captain Zorn.
No, the Seraph always kept us separated.
Together, we most certainly achieve our goal. We will wait to march on the dwarves until you have completed your mission of extending an olive branch to the Utale people.
Yes.
He gives you a nod. Lady Adelaide then would say, good. Then Captain Salar will await conditional on your return, Captain Zorn. And of what method can we arrange travel to the Kingdom of Sanctum?
Certainly,
there are faster
your teleporter
ways
wouldn't
than
happen
by
to
foot.
Your teleporter wouldn't happen to be able to immediately teleport us into the Crown Citadel, would it?
We do not, unfortunately, have that knowledge. We only understand that... Oh, well, no. She would say, that knowledge came and went with the Prophet.
Yes, that's... Damn it. The Vidalcan have not named a new prophet yet?
No. And my understanding is they have mostly migrated over the separating strait between here and the Utale Nation. They dwell now within Fort Baeon.
Well, if we reach out to Heritage, we could amass a force and march through their land. I knew King Braylick well, but he has since
You know.
passed. I actually don't know what has become of Heritage.
King
The plan was that-
Anodyne, King Braylick. Where are all these kings rising from?
Well, Braylick fought
Valiantly.
valiantly. Well, no, in the podunk culture, they may fight for kingship. They may duel for kingship. King Braylick's father was a king, but he was usurped through ritual combat. But then Braylick returned and reclaimed the title, and then fought with us in Forlorn, and, well, after Forlorn, he perished in Bedlam
Somehow
to a
Braylick has returned.
to a Sanctum weapon.
So he did not fully perish on the battlefield of Forlorn, then. Our reports
Not
tell us
fully.
that is where he... Well, that is where
I
all
said-
of the half-orcs came to meet their demise.
Some of the women and children were left behind the battle
Yes.
and told to
What
make
we
it to
saw
safety
essentially
on
was
boats.
the end of the
End of the
Dothraki.
Dothraki.
Yeah. Braylick
Soldiers,
was
of
Let's
course.
just bring back the half-orcs and they can do the final death charge.
They could do it again.
I do know where Braylick's remains are. After the war, I may retrieve
Revive
them
him again.
and return them to his people.
True resurrection.
Wake the fuck up, samurai! You've
The
got a
wish
city
spell.
to burn.
I wish Matt returned to the campaign.
Well, while I agree with your course of action to a degree, Captain Zorn, the last time the half-orcs marched on Forlorn, left their homeland unattended, Sanctum moved in and subdued them. It is possible that they have done so again. Likely, even, if we are to choose that path. We may encounter some resistance.
Maybe. But I still think traveling through Heritage is our best bet.
Agreed.
Actually, it's not enough for a whole army, but Bosong,
What?
don't
What do
you have
want?
something?
What do you mean?
You have the keys to that floating island.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Deception.
Doesn't convince me that something I
Well,
don't
it's
already
up
know,
to
you fuck.
It's up to you, Canon.
Everyone else probably believes Bosong, though.
Yes.
I'm like, what if you took the island to pick up the Iganon people?
What island?
What do you mean the island? The fucking island took the song.
I didn't see any island.
What?
I come from an island.
No, I know, but not that island. Damn it, Bosong.
Where's the floating island again? It's not the library, is it?
I heard the blue people had an island, and then they fell. So
It's like that one. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So you do know.
I don't own one of them, though. I don't know what
Oh.
you're talking about.
Okay, so
Well, regardless. Well, no, the Lady Adelaide would say, well, regardless, it would appear that if there is some other mode of travel, perhaps it would be essential to the undertaking of the mission for the faithful few to somehow infiltrate the city of Sanctum more directly while the march through the
Stealth is
Kingdom of
not
Heritage
exactly our
happens.
Specialty. Stealth has never and probably will never be our specialty.
It doesn't have to be
Agreed.
subtle.
If we need a way to get in close, though.
Yes. Well, perhaps an answer in time will reveal itself. But something to consider, all of us, in the meantime. She nods. Then you all have your orders. Captain Salar, keep the troops at bay on the front line and await further instruction. Captain Salar nods and turns to Freya. Nods to her. Freya nods back. I will see it done, Lady Adelaide. And she goes. And then she turns to you, Rolland, after the two of them are dismissed, and to the rest of the faithful few. Well, I think that went well, don't you?
Yes, Adelaide.
You appeared surprised by my decision. Were you hoping that somehow I might still offer you the position after you so undersold yourself?
I wouldn't say that I was hoping for it, but I am surprised at your resolve. Pleasantly surprised.
She offers you a smile.
This
I am
might
as
be
well.
better. I don't think that the Vanguard would respond as well to me if I was both leading the Enforcers and Safeguard. We can stand on equal footing now.
Yes, that did appear to help pave things over. I do not believe that I have my father's thirst for battle, and that is a good thing. I think that if we are to act further in this war, we must act decisively. I believe this plan that we've come up with so far is a step in the right direction.
Yes, I think you're right. I'm glad I was able to share so much of my journeys. It's been longer than even I had realized.
A lot of shit's happened, dude.
Yeah.
She would nod to you. It is a journey you must tell me in full sometime. I would love to hear it, and especially those concerning my father and your stories you've had with him.
Roll nods.
She gives another half smile, and then she'd hold out her hand to you again, doing the thing she did before in the garden. A good luck to you on your mission with the Utale people, Captain Zorn.
Right. Of course. One more thing before we head out. I
She pulls her hair
unclip the... I kind of reach up to my shoulders, so it'd be natural for her to do so.
Yeah.
And I unclip the mantle of Safeguard that I got from my father.
Whoa!
And I say, I found this along my journey from an old soldier of Safeguard. I don't know if the craftsmen who made it are still around, or we have forge masters or anything like that, but I just hear more about this or even see how it was made. It's a little bit out of date, I suppose.
Yes. This is an outdated mantle indeed. She doesn't, yeah, she kind of, are you offering it out to her?
She can see it. I mean, I don't want it
I
back,
see.
but
I see what you're saying.
But I'm saying I'll say something along the lines of the faithful few may not belong to Safeguard, but I think it would be hospitable of us to offer them our colors if they wish to wear them.
I see.
Even just temporarily.
No, thank you, Rolland. I still must honor my loyalty to King Anodyne, Ocerus says, or whatever, not Anodyne.
Yeah, Ocerus
my
says.
patron, Ocerus says. My oath.
I understand the gesture. I believe that if you are to look for one of our most prominent and skillful smiths within the city of Safeguard, that would be Elaine Dunister. He is...
Whoa.
Well, he's well past his time, as such are human lives. But I'm sure he would be able to shed some more light on this cloak of yours.
I just nod. Well, thank you.
She nods.
We should get going. Also, did Lazarus die?
He did not. He and Enforcer
I didn't think
Atlas,
so.
Survived. Iramul, the tiefling, was the only one who died.
Fuck, yeah. I was gonna... Oh, one last thing. When the battle does come, make sure Enforcer Jurlog and Enforcer Lazarus and his crew are called upon. I encountered them in Heritage and beyond. They fought well. They will be useful.
I will be sure to, Well, she turns to Arabeth. Arabeth, will you make sure that the enforcers are rallied back to the kingdom of Safeguard? Arabeth nods.
Yeah, I don't think we have like any active fronts right now, right? Because we killed the Necronimbus storms.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically,
Destiny
we don't
fell.
know if Destiny fell. We don't know if Sanctum did anything to Heritage, so we must not be fighting them.
You imagine that if there is a front right now, it is probably on the kingdom of Haven, between Haven and Destiny. Given that they were the ones involved, but so that means that most of the war is actually on the other side of the continent right now.
I see this as an absolute win.
Yeah. Which is to your advantage. So.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Lady Adelaide would nod, and Arabeth would, and she'd take her leave with Arabeth, escorting her out of this church, and the door swings shut behind them, and Sister Isri would say, "It is not often that we receive a visit from the Seraph. You bring all kinds of good fortune to this church, Rolland."
New Seraph, new rules. Surely, Rolland, it was you.
Yes, it seems to be all unfolding quite quickly.
Well then, it would appear you have been bid to do a great many duties. I will leave you to them, my child.
I nod. And
She touches you on the shoulder.
thank you.
Thank you.
And I just. Thank you, sister. For. Well. I shrug my wings, I guess.
Flap, flap. She smiles. They suit you. And she would put her hands in her robes and begin walking to down to the residential area of the church, leaving you all to your own devices.
All right, we go.
Blacksmith.
Oh yeah, true. Blacksmith. We go to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Also, then we'll go to. Yeah, if you want to wait till I feel like I know it's only 9:19, which is actually fine, but we don't have Will, so I feel like it'd be a lot easier to do the Atali thing with him anyways.
Yes.
And then if you wanted time to
I think we can do
do
this,
anything with the blacksmith.
I think we could do this blacksmith
Okay.
now.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't want to rush you or anything.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I forgot about Atlas. Fucking Iramul. Oh, not Redato.
Sorry, Redato.
Captain Klaus isn't safe. Yeah, Captain Klaus isn't safeguard.
Oh, are you looking at the map of Rapture right now? I've been trying to load it for
Yeah.
like minutes. I don't know if it's popping up on your screen like that for you guys, but
I have the map now.
he was. So this map actually hasn't been updated since
Okay.
you guys were last here. But yeah, the last
Right.
time you saw them, all of these people were in Safeguard.
Okay. Yeah, following the line of our travels is really funny.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I haven't actually added to the line in a bit. From what was it? How'd you guys get it? From Cistern to Safeguard? I don't know if I just do like a blip because you teleported, but yeah.
Right.
Some of these.
I don't. Yeah, it's not
songs.
marked really. It's more like it just happened. I mean, because you can see the teleportation signs.
Yeah.
So. Do.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh my my client. Quick, like.
Yeah. Where are you on people? Is it this island? This island?
It should be the far left island.
Why did you lie, David?
Because I'm the
What?
worst.
Why did you lie?
Because I'm
Oh.
the worst.
My island.
Yeah, we were like leaving and you just whispered to me, "My island."
My land. My land.
Imagine a floating island of the Igadon, though,
Mine.
rolling into battle.
Don't worry, Cannon. Fear not, Can Man.
I can't wait for the Igadon island to appear in the sky and start playing.
It's the archipelago.
Some- Ooh, yeah, red, white, and blue.
It's one of those like TikTok vocal songs for drama.
Oh yeah.
Whew. Just waiting for this to load. We've had some good dialogues.
Yeah,
Guys are
they're pretty concise too.
breezing through them.
I feel like they're not being like cut short though. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. There's Conrad, and then Dominari, Isri with your ritual, and then Adelaide just now with all those other people. Yeah. Oh gosh. My game's taking a long time to load.
Yeah, my internet's being shit right now.
Sometimes I wonder if it's because I'm joined in as the stream right now. I think I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna sign in first as Diegler. And then the stream. What's your take, Jack?
What do you mean? What's my take
What's your take
on what?
The
on
plan.
Rolland having
On
wings?
marching in, and Rolland having wings. That makes sense for his character. I said it's redeemed Rolland.
Rolland the Redeemed. David, what's gonna be the meme from this session? Do you think? Is it gonna be about Bosong lying about the island?
Dude, are you kidding me?
Maybe. This will.
It's so funny, bro.
That's a great moment.
Listen. I just don't want to share.
No, it's so fucking funny, bro.
He's a loot gremlin for islands too.
You got that 20, bro. No one believes me. No.
The God, exactly. You're crazy, Roland. I don't know what you're
Oh.
talking
Floating islands are you talking about, Roland? Floating islands. What?
about. It's absurd.
Just speaking
Oh.
gibberish.
If only we could steal a galleon airship. Get it? Galleon airship?
Galleon.
Gale. Beon.
Ha ha ha! You're in a wheelchair. That's not
God,
very
the
nice,
Sultan.
Brian.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I don't. my foundry is taking a while, so yeah, we'll take a brief intermission. Probably
Okay, I'm gonna
5 10
piss.
minutes. Yeah. Same here. What up? Okay. So
Did it load?
it did load, yes.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Okay.
The question is, will it let me do anything? Because last time it had stopped kind of working.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, music's working now.
Sorry, I gotta take a call real quick. I'll be back really soon.
Yep, no problem. Thanks, David.
Yeah, I figure that mantle is not like standard issue safeguard stuff, so I was like, maybe there's like someone special who made it, or like they're just old and not in service anymore, but like we could use them for one last job.
Mm-hmm.
One last job.
I'm like, these are all the little things I've been holding on to throughout the campaign now.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, yeah, you're using them as like props.
Or like I just like had the thoughts a long time ago or something, you know?
Yeah.
And now we're finally back in Safeguard. Really like the only like standing city that isn't evil.
Right.
Now that Cistern's fucked.
We're not evil.
Evil.
Thanks, guys.
No
Yeah,
problem.
I don't know if Sanctum is really like a city. Like, is it?
No,
Isn't
not
Sanctum
really.
evil?
We're like a giant war camp.
Yeah, I mean, it was once a city. Looks like a city, kind of, but
What's a
It
dwarven
looks
city?
like a city. But do robots need cities? No.
yeah, not really.
Thought all the robots were evil.
Yes,
Perhaps.
Good to know.
they're evil. Correct.
Lovely.
So I will say that Foundry's not letting me upload art, so I'm just gonna put it in the Discord. You guys, well, you've heard the name Elaine Dunister before, Rolland. Spelled like.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay, Foundry, take it easy. He is the smithy of the Godforge, which is
Whoa.
down by the harbor. Well, it's in the harbor district of Safeguard.
Holy shit.
And the lore is
That sounds cool as fuck.
he uses the moon to forge many of his specialty weapons, or at least he did. He is rather out of well, practice in terms of like he's getting old, so he's been slowing down. But you know the way regardless, and so you take the party there round the winding streets and eventually down into an area where you can kind of hear the sounds of a port, you know, ships dinging, bells clanging, and things like that. But you avoid it for now and go up to you follow this staircase that's kind of built into the bluffs of Safeguard, and it's in the rocks. It leads out to like an outcrop that kind of peers out over the strait beside Safeguard, and there's a building circular building that you lead the party to. And as you enter this place, the Godforge is written in celestial text, etched into the stone above the doorway.
Nuts.
You go in, and there is a circular opening in the middle of this open roof, basically, where the forging happens. You understand, and you are not immediately greeted by Elaine.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everyone came with me though, right? In the party.
I think so.
Okay. I just say, hello? Is anyone here? It's Rolland. Captain Rolland. I'm looking for Elaine Dunestar.
You hear the sound of a clang come from outside, but still within this building. And then a second clang. And a third clang. Rhythmically.
It's not getting closer or anything, right? It's more like a stationary sound.
Yeah.
I'll go in closer to it.
You enter through a doorway to the center exterior of the Godforge, and you would see oh, that didn't work. In the tavern chat, you'd see a very grizzled old man wearing looks to be Safeguardian plate. Old by your estimation, Rolland. It actually appears to be far even more dated than the mantle that you'd come across in your father's chambers. But he appears to be working on a blade. And the way that the fire of the forge is ignited appears to be radiant in its energy, and the blade itself is like white hot as he pauses the next bang, the next swing of his hammer. He looks to you, entering.
Hello.
You found Elaine Dunestar.
Mr. Dunestar, do you know the owner of this mantle?
And he looks up beneath deep brows. And at the sight of the cloak, you see his eyes, only for a moment, peer out from beneath, and he would say that there's a cloak of the third draft. Cling. Cling.
It belonged to Everett Zorn.
Cling, cling. He puts the hammer down. Everard's Orn, you say?
Yes. Did you know him?
He'd rest the blade on the anvil, and he'd approach to examine the cloth more carefully. I never forget. A requested craft of my making. And he thumbs around until he gets to the brooch of the mantle. There.
Whoa.
I had this fashioned for Everard's Orn back before he joined the war.
Quite a generous gift. Or
Aye,
quite generous work, at least.
'twas a gift, though not of my giving, 'twas only of my making.
I see.
I believe he had friends in higher places who bid that I craft him this brooch. But your bringing it to me now only tells me what it tells me every time someone brings in a dead man's cloak.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
How did it go? He goes back over to the hammer.
Trying to redeem himself. The eyes of Safeguard and Aewa.
They always are.
Yes. I know you're busy, but you'll hear news soon of a new campaign that's starting.
Aye.
Yes, I just came from a meeting with the other heads. Your work is going to be piling up, old man. But the reason why I came to you, one, obviously, the mantle, but beyond that, I've been wielding blades that were not Safeguardian for a long time. And I've also recently conscripted an Archon under my own service, and as such he has lost his Archon's blade. I wonder if you could help either maybe just even bless my blades so that they have Aewa's mark on them, and provide a weapon for my new attendant.
A weapon for your new attendant?
Yeah, and then if he doesn't have anything for me, I just ask that he put
for
Aewa's symbols on my blades.
for Dominari?
For, yeah, because he lost his Archon
yes,
blade
he
when he
did.
broke his oath.
Yes, yes.
So I just want to make sure he has a weapon,
Right.
sort of like as a
Yeah.
as like a gesture.
Yeah. Elaine would very ever so slightly nod his head as you speak. You can tell he's listening, even though he doesn't direct his attention to you very often.
I'm sorry, I just saw David's message. Fine, maybe you are my little Aewa champ. Come here.
I'm glad you like it.
I just saw that shit. What the fuck, bro? Sorry.
Oh damn, there's some good ones in here.
Yeah. Plan. Go to
Um,
your crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I did. Sorry to interrupt him, but like I'm like, yeah, like I want this at least the symbol of Aewa on my blades. I want a new weapon for Dominari, since he is now my soldier, and then I'm like, anything that if you could help any of my peoples.
Mm-hmm. Well, Captain Zorn. Cling. You understand that my work is not for the common foot soldier. Cling.
Oh, I know. It's not been. It probably won't be told to the public for a long time. So please, I ask for your discretion, but me and my platoon will be invading Sanctum soon, as the other armies back us up on a frontal assault. It's not going to be easy, and I want to offer them our best. If I'm asking them to go into battle with me.
Cling. He puts the hammer aside with the blade. Your blades are touched by Forlornian magic. Are you aware of that, Captain Zorn?
What? You're telling me George was conspiring with the Forlornians? I'm kidding. I never checked. I'm ashamed to say.
In my purification process, I will see what can be done about making them more keen. He holds out his hand for the blades.
I'll hand him the firstborn blades. Or the amber encrusted blades or whatever they're called.
Yeah. He accepts them, puts them to the side. And for your friend, I likely have a cleaver of his stature around here somewhere. I will provide it upon the completion of this blessing. And he brings the blades to the forge. And what is the time of day? It's not moon time yet.
Now hold on 1 second. Old man, what do you know of forging magic?
What do I know of forging magic?
Yes.
It would be.
Can you forge magic weapons?
It would be.
Can you combine magic weapons?
It would be easier to list the ways in which I do not understand forging magic.
Perfect.
Holy shit. This guy
I have
knows
these things
most
with me.
ways.
If you need to tape them together, that's fine. The appearance matters not. What matters is that I do not have to, their effects are now under one item. And I hand him a bunch of shit.
Something
What do you
I
hand him?
hate attunement.
Alright, let's go. Open this shit up. I hand him
And
the
for the
Staff
record,
of Power.
So for the record, it may not be a
Dolls.
1-to-1 carryover.
Yeah,
mechanically.
that's fine.
It
I'm-
may just take
yes.
elements of some of these items, and it might not be
Yes.
a 1-to-1. Yeah, okay, just so you know.
Looking for stuff. Basically, I'm looking for ways to utilize these items in a more, singular fashion. All right, so let's take the Ring of Watery Sphere.
No.
The Staff of Power, and the Wand of Lightning Bolts.
Jack, you're fucking gotcha re-rolling them.
Well, no, I'm basically
Arr.
combining the
I know.
magic like assault weapons into one thing.
Is this
Oh,
the
that's
World Forge? Is
Yeah.
this
No,
what
it's
we're
better.
doing right
It's
now?
the God Forge.
I'm trying to combine these into like a similar thing. So I'm taking those three, like which are like I guess Circlet of Blasting if it can maintain its original form, but the Circlet wasn't attunement, so that's fine. That's why I don't ask for the Circlet.
Mhm.
However, you know, I'm like, if you can make the Circlet work, you go feel free. But otherwise, the Circlet is it works on its own. Next, some other things that are not, how to say, weapons of sort, defensive items. And I hand him, let's see, the cape of the Mountback and the cloak and the Everburn Pearl.
Cloak of the what?
The Mountback, the teleport one.
Yeah.
Cape.
Was there another one?
Cape of the Mountback, Cloak of Elvenkind, and the Everburn Pearl. I would like to be a flying, winged dragon phoenix with stealth. Thank you, Santa.
What
Let's see, what else?
form do you wish for these items to take?
Oh, well,
Choose
the
one
staff.
form.
I'd like you to put the powers of these the weapons into the staff of some kind.
The wizard
That
gets
way
a
the
staff, bro.
Right, the staff itself is quite powerful. I need, maybe put some of the lightning charges into the staff, and maybe give the staff the ability to have the Ring of Waters or something like that. And then the Cape of the Mountback and the Everburn Pearl. Just make it so it's like a pearl that burns and Mountbacks and what else? That it can also have the cloak with the stealth of the Cloak of Elvenkind. Yes. Something like that. It does not have to be. It need not be perfect, appearance-wise. I can look like a flying rag for all I care. And look at me, I have a fucking triangle head.
It is true. It is how I gave you your nickname.
It's less your triangle head and more the items that you are offloading onto this man that makes him look up to you through his furrowed brows.
Where did you get all this shit, bro?
Where did you acquire such powerful items?
By killing,
Find this shit.
what's his name? By killing Catal. Yes, we killed Catal. So if you want us to save this city and destroy Sanctum, help us combine these items. Yes.
Catal is dead.
Yep.
Times really
We killed Catal,
are
stole his shit.
changing.
We actually killed him twice. It was very funny.
I
We also
believe
had to
you.
kill a revived Saeoth.
Oh, quite the adventuring party we have here. Well,
If, by the way,
yes.
I don't know if this would make your job easier, but I pull out the Serpent's Fang, which was my original weapon,
Yes, it was.
which was blessed by Aewa, and I'll pull out the Storm Razor, which was not blessed by Aewa.
Okay.
But I'll say,
Combining with.
I say, if this helps with the blessing, please use them.
The Serpent's Fang and what was the other one?
The Storm Razor.
Storm Razor.
Oh boy. I love
Quick,
Costco.
David. Quick, David, take your son's hammer back and combine it with yours. No, I'm kidding.
That's his now. I have no
So-
claim on it.
Khanek gives.
Yeah, no. I literally just, I think that mostly the Serpent's Fang will be helpful just because it actually is blessed by Aewa.
it's just
so.
so I'll to simplify this, Harry. It's 3 items together for each thing, and I'll send you the message.
Yeah, so, well, what I have right now is Cloak of Elvenkind, Everburn Pearl, and Cape of the Mountbank for a cloak.
Yeah, some sort of fire cloak, stealthy fire cloak.
Stealthy.
The stealth part is less important. Maybe I
and-
turn into an ember and it only stealths temporary, anyways.
And all combined
some
into
sort of
a staff is the Ring of Watery Sphere, Staff of Power, Wand of Lightning Bolts, and Circlet of Blasting, if it can work.
Yes,
Okay.
the circlet is not necessary to combine. However,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of shit, so I'll wait my turn. But
Well, he will.
Well, I really only have
Old
one
man,
more
could you
idea, to
train
be
at the
honest.
World Forge? If you have the prowess to do this, surely you're better than those frauds at the World Forge. The Genasi did not
The
seem
fraud
to be very...
forge.
The fraud force, that's crazy.
You
Very
mean the
powerful,
fraud
yeah.
forge? No,
The Genasi
narrative
there
is
in the
shaped once
Craftsman's
again.
Guild were not up to standard of what we needed.
the World Forge has a great
Yes.
many attributes that the God Forge does not possess.
What happens if we
God
bring
Forge.
you to the World
The
Forge?
World
Isn't God
Forge.
above the world? It's extra dimensional, eh?
let him talk.
The World Forge has the capacity to create new world and new terrain. It is less of a forgery of the weapons. Without the
Oh.
God Forge, we are able to create quite something.
Holy shit. I didn't realize the World Forge was actually fucking a
That's
geo
what it's
fucking...
been the whole time.
It's a
not good at making
terraformer.
weapons. It's
It's a
good at making
terraformer.
worlds.
Like
I didn't
Gen-
realize.
Genasi are good smiths, but the World Forge is primarily for literally
Making worlds, not weapons.
It's a
building-
terraformer, bro.
Yeah, like those islands on the outside, on the eastern coast of Heritage. Those are those were made by the World Forge. Is the lore.
I see.
Yeah. And apparently they built
Fraud
a
forge
wall.
it is.
They built a wall at one point to keep Sanctum from attacking them. So yeah, that's kind of what the World Forge is all about. But yeah, no, he's saying that essentially, the God
Forge is
Forge
better at making weapons.
utilizes the power of the moon phases to create exemplary enchantments. And so we can only properly finalize an item after nightfall. And the moon is highest in the sky. So therefore, you must wait.
That makes sense.
Not here, ideally.
No, that's we have things. We got stuff to do. You know, that's
Yes,
cool.
I'm sure you do.
Speaking of, I'd like to hand him.
Yes.
I have one more idea with some of my shit,
Yes.
and it's that I want to actually be wearing like safeguard armor again.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hand him mainly the mantle because like that's kind of like the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna hand him Goneth's plate and
Oh,
nine
you
lives
want to wear Gonath's plate? That's
and
so
9
funny.
life boots, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to look at Goneth's plate anymore. I don't want to look at Goneth's plate anymore. He was a traitor and a scoundrel. The mantle.
No idea what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter. A traitor and a scoundrel.
What the fuck's a Gonath?
He was the gray boy we killed in Bedlam.
No, okay. Canon didn't get the reference. Whatever.
Sorry. But yeah, so I hand him mainly the mantle because like that's the one I wanted to like be a basis of since it's already kind of safeguard.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just hand him the plate armor and 9 lives boots with it.
Okay. And you want this to be combined into a full set. Cuirass. Leggings.
Yes, of
Pauldrons.
correct.
gauntlets.
You know,
Taking a while.
just safeguardian armor, not this mishmash.
Okay.
But yeah, I have more stuff, but those are like the things I want thematically, anyways. So I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Very well. I will see what can be done over the course of the moon. If you return tomorrow, we are not in the strongest phase tonight, but you should have your items accounted for in the form that suits you.
Is it my turn?
Is it your
Thank you.
turn? Do you have
Oh,
something
I-
as well for me, shirtless one?
Hmm. I do. I've lots of things for you.
All right. Do we still have those 2 spare belts of hill giant strength?
Just put them all on one
No,
belt.
we didn't have 2 of them. We have the Hill Giant Strength and the Dwarven kind.
Greylick had one.
And oh well, he's dead. So,
Cannon,
But
you're
Will-
kicking. Sorry, what are you saying?
damn it.
I can hear him.
Will is
For me, at
wearing the Hill Giant Strength and the Dwarven kind belts.
He's wearing both of them?
Yep.
Damn, okay.
Bro's got belts on belts on belts. Listen, David, there's been about like 60 belts in this campaign.
It is really.
Greylick
Yeah, I'm
was
wearing,
wearing
the belt
3
of the champ
belts
right
I
now.
believe. See, Rolland, I always
guess
thought that item would actually go to you, but then it didn't for a very long time.
The belt of the champ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had to trade Greylick for it
Yes.
because. Anyways.
Anyways.
All right.
So what do you give?
Also,
I'm
does
gonna-
anyone use a bow in this party? Also, okay,
No.
you know what? Actually, I ask him for one more thing. I give him Daelin's stupid loser bow and the bow of my dragon wing bow, and I say, Daelin, you need something. This ain't gonna cut it.
Okay.
So I donate my dragon wing bow to him.
Okay.
Honestly, Will's pretty kitted. He doesn't even have all 3 of his attunement slots used right now. I'm pretty sure.
The hill giant one is attunement. I remember that much.
Oh yeah, no. I
Isn't
think
he
the only
attuned
thing
to the
he is
cumulonimbus?
I don't know if that is it. If it's attunement, then he is full.
I know I gave him a ring of protection as well, so that's also an attunement slot.
Well, I'm not saying that for the World Fortiary. It's like, oh, maybe we could give him something from our inventories, you know.
Yeah. I don't remember
but,
if the
yeah.
cumulonimbus was.
I don't. It's just a shield, I think.
It is attunement required, yeah.
Bo's dead, right?
Who? Vo? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good. Well, you have given me a number of things to consider and to begin planning before night falls.
Yeah. If you want to wait till like there's a stronger moon phase or something like that, we got to read some books.
Oh shit!
So
I forgot. I have to fucking give him my shit. All right, old one.
Yes.
yeah. Also, yeah, we just have a lot of shit to do, including talking to the Itali. So if you wanted to take some time, it's okay.
I need you to make
Probably.
me a really nice belt. And ideally a new weapon.
How much gold do you want, old man?
I was just gonna give him everything.
We will wait until the final item is given over before price
Yeah,
is made.
Sounds good to me.
Cannon, do you have any blunt weapons you're holding onto for any reason?
Blunt weapons. I
Hit
have.
this blunt.
How do? Oh, Harry! I hand him just because I've collected these and I never used them, why the fuck not? I hand him the Necros brass dragon scales as well for the armor.
Okay.
All the way back from the fight.
Yeah,
That fight,
I
remember?
remember.
I just would like to use them. It sounds cool.
No, it does sound cool. It's a good idea.
Okay. For some reason, I have a heavy crossbow. Apparently, I have a large dragonborn shield. I have the Lorn sword. Oh, wait, no, of course I have the Lorn sword. That makes sense. I have seed cakes.
So wait, you are offloading more stuff, Rolland, or is this for the benefit of somebody?
Oh, I'm just saying this is. I'm looking at my fucking inventory.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck does Streakstone do again?
It's
I have a
plus
streak
one, I
stone.
think.
But it doesn't stack. It doesn't stack.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can I
I'll
put the
take
streaks? Can I put this? Well, oh, do you not have a plus one weapon, David?
Oh wait, if it's already a baseline like plus
Yeah.
3 or 1. Okay, never mind.
I put the Streakstone in with Daelin's weapon combo. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Because he only had the 2 things in there, so the dragon bow and his crossbow.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
logistics.
David, do I have any blunt weapons? I have 5 javelins and a black sickle.
Jack, do you have any blunt weapons?
No. I'm a
Okay.
wizard, bro.
Harry, remember the black sickle? How
Yes.
fucking long ago that was?
Yeah, that's a magic item, or it was.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know if you knew
It-
that, but
it's an anti-healing weapon. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. I mean, it's not like super powerful, but like the effect is pretty cool.
I mean, if you want to throw it into my new hammer, I'll take it. So that both.
Yeah, you can have it.
All right.
okay. So,
So,
what do you
black
get,
sickle-
Bosong?
The 2 things I want are a new hammer and a really nice belt. So for the hammer, I'm gonna throw in. Do I throw in everything? Shit, why not? I'll throw in Bloody Death, the hammer I rolled in.
Yep.
I stole one of the hammers I stole from Forlorn.
Yep.
I'll throw in War's Weight as well.
Okay.
My main hammer. I'll throw in both Slayer weapons, the Battle Axe of the Slayer and the Giant Slayer longsword. And for the handle of this new weapon, Abihon, I need to borrow your staff.
Borrow.
Okay.
No, I mean, I gave you my hammer. I just want to have a part of you to carry with me.
Yeah, Buto. He gives you Buto.
Oh, his old one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, his bow staff. Oh, I guess to reinforce the handle, I hand over one of Saeoth's femurs.
Okay.
So funny.
The femur of a god. Yep.
Right. And for the belts, the new belt, I'll hand over Doromar's belt, which is the strength one.
Yeah.
Mulkaw's hair clippers
Okay.
is for the shadow abilities.
Yeah.
And the Ring of Immortality.
Okay.
No way. That's crazy.
And I'll use the last of the crafting materials I've harvested. I hand
just-
over.
You're
hand
full
over
sending it on this hammer. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, this is for the belt.
the last.
This next part.
This is for
Oh,
the
for the
belt.
belt. Right,
Yeah.
okay. Holy shit,
The
bro.
last of the crafting materials. I hand over Oscott's scales and fangs, and then Saeoth's fangs and claws.
Holy crap.
Saeoth.
That is all my crafting materials.
Scales. Saeoth scales and fangs?
Yeah, and then Oscott's as well.
Or
I took both of them.
claws. Claws, right? Saeoth's
Claws,
claws and
yeah.
fangs.
Claws, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
All right.
that is everything from me.
All right.
Can I do something for Ocerus?
Uh-huh.
Like, I wanna Okay, sorry. So I want to combine,
Can't wait for
together.
Will to get mood about this.
I want to put the Vermin Shroud, the Robe of Summer, and Illin's Ring together.
Okay.
To get maybe like a cloak or something for Ocerus, just because I feel like he's left out.
Yes. And for Daelin, one thought I had is he has all those unidentified items from that venture down into the
Right.
the water tunnels of Cistern. Maybe he just
Right.
would rather give over some of that stuff to include in his weapon. Or
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, I believe there was
Let's be real.
what did I give him? I gave him
It was a cloak,
We
a
never-
sword, and like a crown, I believe.
cloak plus
Yeah.
sword plus crown.
Or a circlet. I think you described it as a circlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because we never fully identified them, I think.
Yeah.
Cannon, I'll trade you for the Lorn sword.
You want to trade what for the Longsword?
I'll trade you the charisma book.
What the fuck? Dude, that's the Lorn Sword, bro. That's like a fucking quest item.
Yeah, but I want to be able to throw my hammer like Thor and have it come back to me.
The Lorn Sword does have a lot of really weird, unique properties.
Yeah, it does. Hmm.
But you would be just disassembling the blade of a former
The
emperor.
Lords.
It would be hilarious. Like, yeah, just make this part of this this Ignong's hammer.
If it was like anything else, David.
How very
It was-
unfortunate.
Any random item. What do you hold a charisma with hostage for me? God damn it.
I don't know.
I-
Will's got some stuff I want too, so maybe he gets the charisma.
He doesn't fucking need it, bro. Oh, let me see. Man, after I gave you the black sickle.
You want it back?
No. No, it's fine. We'll figure this out later.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny that Khanek is walking around with an Archon blade in his inventory too.
Given
Yeah.
the
Why
new
not just
lore.
throw it in the pile, bro?
No,
Just,
no.
just throw everything in the pile.
I like having the Archon blade.
Okay.
It is
Like,
cool.
unless
There's
he
been a
wants
lot
to
of-
duct tape, unless he wants to duct tape the Archon blade to the bottom part of the staff of power, and I can be ooh, look at me, I'm a wizard and I have an Archon blade on my staff. Look at me, but no,
You can make the
Dominaria
glaive
just
of
side eyes
power.
you.
I would piss off everyone in Safeguard, which is what would be funny. I just don't know if it's possible, so I'm not gonna make him do that.
Yeah. So I'll call it there in terms of the
Sure.
items. The man accepts all of them, and he says if they are to wait for a new phase of the moon, or the strongest phase of the moon will be in 2 days' time. So not tonight, but the next night. So maybe that gives you time to do what you need to do.
Cool.
And yeah, he bids you all adieu and takes probably millions of gold worth of magic items for you. This old man, this old smith, and
Nah, he's a
Steals all
real
this
one.
shit from us before the final battle.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Oh, that would have been sick.
that with the faithful few in the God Forge, we'll say you went back to the entryway and you're deciding whether or not to leave. Is where we end the session.
Nice.
Crazy.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Oh, Harry,
There was a lot going on there.
hear me out.
Uh,
The staff of healing and the bottomless jar of honey.
Jesus Christ. What do you want to put that toward?
Its own thing.
Oh, just combine them?
Yeah, I think that'd be sick.
Okay.
Half of honey.
I
What
feel
do
like the
you-
honey has so much.
What do you want it to take the form of? The staff or the honey?
Probably. You know what? Okay, normally I would say staff, but the honey pot is just so fucking funny.
Uh-huh.
So, fuck. I like the staff better, but the form of the honey pot would be awesome for, like lore reasons.
Yes. So,
So I'll say that.
honey pot is the final item?
Yep, let's do it.
Can't believe Harry's letting us pack a punch use our items. This is awesome.
Well, we'll see what they come
Holy
out as,
based.
huh?
Yeah, right. Gamba.
Don't thank me yet.
True.
We roll common shit. No.
Yeah, it actually
Yeah,
makes everything
gotcha.
worse. No!
Roll a D100.
The
If
ring
you
of
don't roll
immortality
100.
becomes the ring of mortality.
So such is life.
I'll take a 75.
True. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut the stream. Thanks for watching this episode of Tragedy of War, with audio this time. We'll be back
We
same
checked that,
time.
right?
Same place, yes. Next week, there is audio this time, I promise. Well, what is the next? Yes, we'll be back same time, same place next week. And, there was something else. Oh, I'm gonna try. This is what. So with that item load, I'm gonna try to have them done by next session. But if not by next session, by next combat. So just so everyone knows,
Yeah.
All good.
it might be a slow trickle
Oh,
because I'm gonna
Harry,
have
it's
to
perfect
make
because I might not
quite a
even be
few
there
item
next
cards
session,
and
so-
put some thought into this. So, all right.